So another 10 common mistakes. Look at number 1. Very common mistake, this one. Now, we spend them and we don't care. I think you can guess what the student was talking about. She was talking about money. That's what we usually spend. Now, remember that money is always it. Okay? It's not them. Even if you are talking about £20, £50, £100, you say, we spent £100. We spent it yesterday. We don't say we spent them yesterday, even though we say pounds. So I agree, it's illogical, but that's the way it is. Okay, number 2, in the end of June. This is very close to being correct, but it's wrong. As soon as you see that of, you should realise that it's not in the end, because in the end is a little bit different. It means finally, and you don't have in the end of. You have in the end, comma, which means finally, eventually, yeah? Eventually, we got there, yeah? We were travelling for 5 hours, and in the end, we got there. Eventually, we got there. But we say at the end of June. At the end of the lesson, at the end of the class, at the end of the year, at the end of June, at the end of, basically. Okay, number 3, I'll tell you a funny history. It's a really common mistake again, this one. History, it's the study of the past. It is not a story. I'll tell you a funny... I'm putting in too many A's there, sorry, that's my mistake. I'll tell you a funny story. Yeah, just that one. I'll tell you a funny story, not history. Okay, number 4, Roy was boring with his job. This is a mistake with the adjective, and I hope you remember that we use boring for how things or people make you feel. But how you feel is bored. So it's not Roy was boring with his job. Roy was bored with his job, because ED is how you feel. Interested, bored, excited, amazed, surprised. Ing is how things make you feel. So the book was surprising, the film was boring, the lesson was amazing. Whatever it is, things make you use that for things or how people make you feel. Okay, number 5. This was unlucky because the young girl I was teaching, she got the correct tense, she got present perfect, which always pleases me when it's a young student, and she remembered that never is very often present perfect, but unfortunately she hasn't put it in the correct place. Never has to be between the auxiliary and the main verb, between have been. I have never been to a concert, and that's the way we say it. Not I never have been. It even sounds a little bit ugly. But she did very well to get the present perfect anyway. Okay, number 6. In the way to the office, they found a toilet. No, this is not correct because of this expression, which is possible in some situations. What the speaker meant was on the journey, in the middle of the journey, which is how we say on the way. On the way to the office, they found a toilet. That's fine. That's excellent. In the way is when something is blocking your path and you can be in the way of something. So you can say, I wanted to go into the shop, but a man was in the way of the entrance. Or a man was in my way. You can just say in my way as well. Sorry. Oh, dear. In my way. So you might say, get out of my way. Get out of my way. It's another expression. If somebody is standing in your path where you're going, you might say, get out of my way. But it is pretty rude, because get out is rude. Okay, let's come on to number 7. I go skateboarding in the parking. This is a vocabulary mistake. Parking is not what we say in England. I'm not sure what they say in America. I think they say parking lot, actually. They say parking lot. So that would be possible in the States. But in England, we say car park. Yeah, nice and simple. Car park. I go skateboarding in the car park. Okay, on to number 8. It's a preposition mistake again. When we have one single day, we don't say at, we say on. Okay? On the 4th of June, on Monday, on Christmas Day, on my birthday, because it's one day. At we use with times. at 3:30, at 3 o'clock, at midnight. So at for time and on for when it's one day. Okay, number 9, I will make more exercises. Simple collocation mistake, probably the one which you expect it to be. I will do more exercises. Please remember, do for homework, housework, office work. Do exercises, do homework, do a test, do a report, do something at work. Yeah, it's a duty, do, and exercises are a duty. So please use do with exercises. Number 10, they don't approve him. Very, very close. They don't approve of him. Unfortunately, she didn't include the preposition, this student, and so her parents don't approve of him. Maybe they dislike him, they don't like his character, his attitude, and so they don't approve of him. Okay, I hope that's all clear. If you have any questions, please write them under the video, and I'll be only too pleased to answer them, as long as they're about these mistakes. And yeah, I hope to see you all soon. Thanks for watching.